Hello, welcome to Nintendo Nostalgia, episode 10. We're back and we're playing with power. Ryan, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. I had a great Christmas and I have had a wonderful but busy a weekend, working a lot. You know, GameStop, day before Christmas, day after Christmas, a little crazy.
Oh, that's nuts, man. I had an eventful weekend myself. Kind of hectic, some traveling, not a lot, but you want to tell, well, first off, let me just start the show off by saying to everybody that this is not a normal episode. This is a kind of a reflection episode of where we are as a show. We're 10 episodes in. For many of you, if you don't know, a lifespan of a podcast is around 10 episodes, and Ryan and I have no intentions of stopping. We love what we're doing, and we see the results. We have a small, regular, annual, weekly play of our show, and we love that. We're excited, and we want to grow, and that's what this show is about. It's about reflecting on where we've been and where we're going, and what we're excited about for 2017. So we're just gonna start this show off by talking about our Christmas, and then we'll hop into what 2017 holds. So, Ryan, why don't you tell everybody how has your Christmas has been? Like, what'd you get? Did you get everything you asked for? You still waiting on stuff? How'd it go?
I had a pretty good Christmas. I had Christmas with my in-laws. We're not having Christmas with my parents until tomorrow.
Okay.
But it was. We got the NES Classic.
Nice.
So yeah, we're having some fun with that. We got the 3-pack of the Jackbox games, so we were playing that as a family. That was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I got some cool like little World of Nintendo. Like I got a Toon Link World of Nintendo figure, and then I also got a hold of some of like this. Or it's like this little. My sister-in-law gave me this little. It's a substitute doll from the Pokemon Center, but it holds like your ID and has like a little inner pocket you could unzip and put stuff in it too. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like that a lot.
That is neat.
So as far as I got like a card game that's like Cards Against Humanity, but it's more like geared towards saying things in weird accents. Saying sentences in weird accents and trying to get people to laugh and stuff. I thought that was kind of cool. Like you play cards and you have to say these crazy sentences, and you have to say it in like redneck, or you have to say it in a British accent, or stuff like that, and get people to laugh. And I thought that was pretty kind of cool to get that. I also got a chair that I can sit in, and it's a nice chair. It's really, really comfortable. Yeah, I got like a gaming chair. And then I also, the coolest thing I could have gotten was what my wife got me. Like, I got this amazing, Metroid rug. Like, this picture of, Samus. And it just looks so realistic. And I'm just like, this is an amazing rug. Like, I love this thing. There's not enough Metroid product out there. And she went out and she found this, awesome hand-painted rug. And I'm just like, this is the coolest thing you could have gotten me.
That's awesome. I always think those are the best gifts. Like, you're excited about what you put on your list. Obviously, that's like what you want, and per se, that's kind of like top priority. But I love those gifts that when someone goes out and they get you something, they're like, they know you're going to like this, but you didn't expect it. To me, that's like icing on the cake, cherries on top stuff. Those are the best part about Christmases. That's really cool. That is really cool. Awesome. So that's what you've gotten so far.
Yes.
Cool. And you'll get plenty more tomorrow, I'm sure. Did you expect the NES Mini? I didn't know you were trying to even get it, to be honest.
I did expect it. It was one of those things where I got a call from GameStop. I called them, and they said, no, they didn't get any NES Minis. And then they called me back. It's like, hey, Ryan, did you call and ask about an NES Mini? I'm like, yeah, cool. You recognize my voice. He's like, yeah, we just opened our shipment. We've got one here. Get here now. So I went there and picked it up for the family.
Very cool. Awesome job. Congratulations. Well, I'll tell everyone about my Christmas. It's very weird because I had a very good Christmas, but it's been bittersweet because, as you know, Christmas Eve, I was fine all day. I was cleaning the house. Becca was at work. She had to work till 6 or 5 o'clock that evening. And for our church, I was on the worship team, so I had to leave around 1, go to church and practice. And we had 2 services and played. But I was fine all day. Played church services, and went to my parents. We're going to have my mom's homemade pizza and watch some Christmas movies and just chill the night away until Christmas morning. Go back home for Christmas. But when I got to my parents, I got really tired, and I just kind of sat in my car for like 10 minutes. And I got out of my car and I went inside, and then all of a sudden my stomach started to hurt, and I couldn't move. And I fell asleep on the couch for a little bit. Woke up. Pizza was ready, so I had a couple slices of pizza. My stomach still was just getting worse. It wasn't feeling better, and so I took some Pepto-Bismol, and then after that, you can call it a night, because I went outside and I threw up twice outside. Threw up, felt a little better, came back in, threw up some more. Then I was like, guys, I need to go home. So I left Becca and baby girl out with my parents, and let them stay and watch Christmas movies and stuff. And then I came home and I threw up 2 more times. And it was awful because I ran out. I was trying to clean the house for Christmas, and then I was trying to also I still need to wrap the rest of Becca's presents. I had a lot to wrap, and I didn't get to it before church service. So I went to bed Christmas Eve night without wrapping basically the majority of Becca's presents. And I was really bummed about that and felt bad. I'm like, I'm supposed to, I don't want her to not have these things wrapped. So what I did was I kind of just, all night long, it was tossing and turning because for some reason my back was killing me. It felt like my lower back on my spine was hurting so bad. I could not get comfortable. I kept tossing and turning because of that. But I could tell I got to the point where I could move around without having to feel like I was going to throw up everywhere. You know that feeling where every step you take or every turn you make, like your stomach is like, you feel like you're about to lose it. That's how I felt till after the 4th time. And after that, I started to calm down, and I woke up around 5 and 5:30, and I know that's when I noticed I could actually move a little bit, and I wasn't going to throw up. So I decided to get up, go down to the basement, and wrap all the presents that I hadn't wrapped, and I put them under the tree. And that day I felt it is the day after recovery. I haven't thrown up since. I didn't eat much. I didn't really eat much for Christmas meal. I didn't eat much for Christmas breakfast, and but I ate a little bit what I felt like I could handle, and because I was still recovering. I was just very weak. So I had a great Christmas at home with Becca and Riley, and then we went to my parents, and I had an awesome Christmas there. The whole time, though, it's just kind of overshadowed by just kind of feeling a little recovery mode. So because of that, everything else had this. It sucks that I had that because my Christmas was awesome. Now we'll get to my gifts wise here. Okay, the listeners of the show, I was talking about, you can't find a new 3DS, you can't find a NES Mini. Well, I want to give a shout out to Ryan. Ryan here, as we know, he works at a GameStop, and he heard about a shipment coming in, and he let Becca know, and I was able to be surprised with the NES Classic. I didn't know if I was going to get this, and they do exist. I can firmly confirm that they really do exist because I've seen them live now in my own home. And Ryan, I can't tell you how much this gift means. It's what I wanted it for. I took it to my parents' house, showed it to my brother, and I said, "Hey, I'm plugging this in, guys," because everyone was just doing their own thing. No one was watching the television. I turned it on, put on the old first Mario Brothers, Super Mario Bros. For the NES, and the whole family was like, "Is that Mario? Is that Mario?" I mean, my mom wanted to play. Everyone was playing. We pulled the chairs up because they're really short cords right now. Beck actually went home to get my Wii Classic controller because they didn't have a second NES controller yet. She got that, brought it back, and we started playing 2 players, and people were competing, taking turns. And I wasn't able to get my brother one, but I think I'll get him one later on when hopefully they're restocked and actually available. But, he, like I talked about in the past, he thinks he's all grown up and too mature for games, but he was the first one in line ready to play it more than anyone else there. And I just loved it, and the whole family was watching, my nieces, my parents, my sister, and we were all like laughing when someone's like, oh, they're about to get hit, or they don't make the jump, or they almost got hit and they barely made it. And it was just so funny. And everyone was competing to see how far they could go, further than, like, my sister-in-law, ironically, didn't know that she used to have a Nintendo. She actually was better than anybody. She made it all the way to the end of level of World 4 with that before she lost all of her lives. And my brother was dying right away and stuff. It was hilarious. So good, fun competition there. We did the same thing at Becca's family, except for we actually played Mario Bros. 3 and everyone was competing there. And it's funny because it's not a competition per se. I mean, you're kind of a team working through, at least in Mario Bros. 3, because you're both unlocking levels in the world. But they were just competing about it, who died more, who made it further. So it was awesome. I loved it. I'm excited, and we're going to play the crap out of this thing more. Becca likes it. Becca really likes it, so that's good, because she doesn't like the game much, and she's really enjoying it. And so I got that. I got a new 3DS. Shout out to Bobby Pauls. Bobby Pauls is the Nintendo guru who helped us start this show, and found out through Becca. He messaged Becca, told her about the connection he had to being able to get one when they were sold out everywhere, and he hooked her up, So I'm so grateful for that, and I didn't expect both of them. I was hoping for both of them, didn't expect both of them. As actually, I kind of thought that I told Becca, go for the Super Mario World new 3DS XL version. It would have Mario World downloaded, and it's like a Yoshi Lime Green one, when we were not finding the classic or the new 3DS, the cheaper one.
Yep.
So I actually thought I was just going to get that and call it a day, because that's a bit more expensive than the other ones. And but no, I was thoroughly shocked, and I am so ecstatic. I played Zelda Majora's Mask yesterday on my way to my in-laws and home, and gosh, that game is so fun. That game brings back a lot of memories, and the graphics. I mean, I just forgot how much of an upgrade they did to that game. Because I didn't buy the new 3DS version, and it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I really am enjoying it. I like the new 3DS. It's so much faster. It's so much more just sleeker and awesome. It feels the way the 3DS felt when we first opened up our original 3DSs,
Yes.
Remember how that was the top of the line technology? There was no lag. There was no struggle. That's how it felt like. So I loved it. I'm still enjoying it. I got Paper Mario Color Splash too. I was hoping for. So I got some movies, got Ninja Turtles 2. I got X-Men Apocalypse like I asked for. And and I got a bunch of amiibos. I got Diddy, Donkey Kong, and the glow-in-the-dark Boo, and I got all of the Zelda line.
Nice.
So I got to open those, put them on the shelf back behind me here. But there's my boxes, by the way, Ryan. I know that people can't see it, but
sweet.
So that was really cool. All that stuff's awesome. I got some CDs that I asked for. And then I guess the surprise stuff, I did ask for Pokemon cards. And I got quite a bit from Becca. I got this box, a Charizard X box. And it came with a bunch of game supplies for to play the card game and packs. And I got each deck of the XY evolutions. These are by the way, if you don't know, these are the Pokemon cards that came out when Ryan and I were kids. They updated them to be played in the game today, but they're the same pictures, the same cards. So very nostalgic there. Awesome. But what was the swinger is what I sent you yesterday, Ryan. I went to my in-laws, and dude, they bought me a whole box straight from the website. They bought me a box full of like 35 booster packs. So I'm like, oh, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? So I opened it up. I mean, it took me like 45 minutes opening up one at a time, seeing what I got. And this is a fun problem to have, but like I have so many duplicates of rare cards. Like I got like multiple. I think I have like 7 Mewtwo's. I have like 7 Mewtwo's. I have. I got like Arcanine's been updated a lot. He's a star now, and I got like 3 of them. 2 of them were holographic. 1 of them was non-holographic. But I got like 3 of those, and I got like 2 Nidokings. Oh, I got these break forms. Break in the card game is like a more powerful form you can upgrade to now. I got 2 holographic Nidoking break forms. I mean, like these are like your hard cards to find, and I'm getting duplicates of them. I did get a Charizard EX and a Blastoise EX. I didn't get the original Charizard upgraded version, which is like my favorite card of all time. But I don't know. I may one day break and buy a box again like that myself, just so I can. The chances are so high on getting something like that. So all in all, I mean, that's not everything I got, but those were great. But now one last gift I have to tell you about. Okay. When I was at my mom and dad's house for Christmas Day, my mom, we just had our last episode of Christmas Memories. And what I did, I talked about the Nintendo 64. And on the Nintendo 64, I had been telling my mom about the podcast and all this stuff. And you know I'm a collector. I like to collect the boxes and everything like that. Well, Becca, I guess, helped her out in the middle of all this talk of maybe not getting the NES Mini and the new 3DS. And she, my mom and her worked together, and they found somebody who actually had the box. So they waited till all the gifts were open. And the last box I opened, they tried to reenact how that Christmas episode, what we just talked about. They tried to reenact it and I opened up the Nintendo 64 in the box, and there's one still in the box. Like, I don't think this thing was very used. It has the styrofoam. It had plastic. It had the books. It has like a whole Nintendo 64 catalog of call this number for N64 gear, sweatshirts, T-shirts. It was so cool. Like on the box, it has a sticker from Meyer. It said October 1997. No, 1996. October 1996 is when this thing was purchased from Meyer originally. I'm just like, this is so cool. I love this. This is a gift from the 90s, and I reopened it, and I'm sure the system worked great. I mean, it's clean as a whistle. It's like brand new. It's a weird gift because it's not like I'm running to hook this up to play it, because I actually have our old 64 still. It's not like I haven't played a 64 in years. I do. I have a bunch of games. I've been collecting them over the years. It's just the thought of this, first off, being like almost a near mint condition 64 and controller. And 2, the box. I love the box. I mean, you don't understand. I am a collector first and foremost. And like with Pokemon cards, they don't play the game that often, but I collect them. I love to collect them. And having this box is so hard to get. I mean, you try to Google it. I mean, you'll find people try to sell these boxes, just a cardboard box for like $200. I'm like, I'm not spending $200 on a piece of cardboard. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Unless I'm freaking rich, I can't do it. So I'm so honored and blessed by my family and friends. And I didn't expect that. That was probably the Pokemon card, all of it was unexpected. Really, I didn't know for sure what I was going to get. I knew I was going to have a good time, and so it was a really good Christmas. Really good. I know that was kind of long. Sorry, but
It's good. So, the biggest part about Christmas, like for the gifts, is the giving part. And I was a little silly this year, and I got my wife. I got her usual the Toys to Life game. So I got her the new Skylanders, Imaginators.
Okay.
Got her a couple of blind packs. In fact, I put her blind boxes that give you like parts for your character creation. I put those in her stocking, so she knew it was coming because she opened her stocking first.
Uh-huh.
So she opened it up, and I was like, "This year, I'm going to get you the PS4 version." I said that earlier in the year because it has Crash Bandicoot and Neocortex in it. And she opened up the Skylanders Imaginators, and it was the Wii U version. And I was like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't find the PlayStation 4 version with the Crash Bandicoot and Neocortex. And then she opened up another present, and it had the actual playset with Crash Bandicoot and Neocortex. So I could actually keep it on her system because she plays them on Wii U.
Yeah.
And then she could actually use the Crash Bandicoot stuff. And I thought that was really cool to be able to do that. And I surprised her. So I was like, man, I couldn't get the Crash Bandicoot bundle for PS4. And I totally got it for her.
So you tricked her.
Yeah. And then her big thing, like I found this awesome deal at GameStop. Like I saved over $350 on it. I only spent I think it's $80 or something like that. And I got her like 40 Disney Infinity figures that she didn't have. And they were all pre-owned, and I took all the stickers off and stuff and put them all in this big box for her. And she opened it up and she just laughed because she didn't even expect anything like that. Her Infinity collection like tripled, and
yeah,
so she's got so many of them now, and she got a lot of the play sets that we didn't have, and
awesome.
So that was kind of a cool thing I was able to do for her. So
very cool. I love that aspect too. I love to receive, obviously, but I love to give and see people's faces and reactions when they got something that really means a lot to them. That's a good story, Ryan. Well, I think we should jump into 2017 is almost here, and we have a lot to talk about in a short amount of time here. And this show is been really fun for us so far, and Ryan and I want to expand on this show. First off, we got a lot of things to cover because what I'm excited about is we got the Switch coming in March. I mean, Ryan, you realize we're like 2 weeks away from this Thursday? I think it's 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks away from this Thursday, and we will be at the reveal. See, Thursday is the 29th. Yeah, 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away.
I'm super stoked for that. I want to know more. I am hungering for more, and I'm sure a lot of us are.
Oh, absolutely. And rolling into that is Ryan and I we're going to be doing a reaction video like right after the event's done. We're going to get on here, and it won't be a long episode. It'll probably be 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes around. They're just talking about it and what we love, what we're hoping, what we're excited about. We want to give you guys, the show's about nostalgia, of course, but we want our show to also, in hopes of reminding you your nostalgia and how much fun you've had with Nintendo in their past, we want you to go out and buy their products of today because they still are a current thriving company today, and we want to help them out as much as we can because we love them. We want to give back to the big end through our show like this. So we want to keep you informed on all that. We want to keep you highly informed on what's new, what's great, what's coming out. So we're going to be doing, not every episode that we'll post throughout this next year will be a memory episode per se of a past experience. It'll be like special episode of maybe breaking news or things like that. And we want to do more game coverage, such as if a certain game comes out, we want to jump back into talking about the old games and our first experiences with it and what they mean to us. But we'd also would like to do things to where we actually get to thoroughly break down this game and talk about it kind of like world for world or level for level and and just go in depth about it to give you more of a knowledge of certain games from the past, and how that relates to a game coming out this year. For example, Ukulele is brand new spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. We would love to talk about the old Banjo-Kazooie and why this game is awesome and break it down to you and give you an idea what Ukulele is going to be like. So look for episodes like that. E3, we will be around for E3, for our first E3 with this podcast, and we look forward to covering that. Speaking of that, we want to also have guests. We were waiting. We had one guest on earlier, John, with our Pokemon episode, but we want to wait till episode 10 to really start adding in a lot more extra guests. So you'll be looking forward to, throughout the year, having guests on to add more to the show, to add a third perspective to maybe specific games or systems, where it's not just Ryan and I. We can add that extra mix to the show. Ryan, how about you? Anything you're looking forward to in 2017, things that you want us to cover, that you want the fans to know that we're trying to do for them?
We're looking into starting up a website, and maybe even running not just the one Nintendo Nostalgia podcast, but maybe even a second one, where we do cover the latest and greatest news, and just cover some things that may not trigger nostalgia things for us, like new games, new IPs that come out. We'll cover that stuff in maybe a separate podcast. But yeah, we're going to get our website up and running is our plan for 2017. Have the forums on there, just be involved in the community. We want to just launch this community, this Nintendo gaming community, especially like right after the Switch launches, to be able to communicate with you guys, to organize events, to have like Switch extravaganzas. We'll meet up and just play Switch, like, hey, come on out, fans. We're gonna play Switch. We're gonna go to this location and just have a good old time with it. That's kind of our hope for the future. Like I said, we're looking into that. We're also we're really considering doing even video stuff too. Like, we'll launch our YouTube and go with that. I'm excited to be trying some streaming stuff. From playing some of the new games. So hopefully we'll see how that pans out with the whole share button and everything on the Switch. So that's kind of some hopes that we have. I like that right now we are in our beginning stages, and we're about to go into this huge year full of Nintendo awesomeness. And we've got a lot of material to cover. A lot of memories are going to be brought out, and we're going to share those with you as they come. And please, join up with the community. We're building a network of Nintendo gamers in the Indianapolis area, even greater Indiana, and we want you to come out and be a part of it.
And that's exactly right. We want this community to grow. Obviously, we want our show to be widespread everywhere around the world, if possible. But we live in Indianapolis, and we are big on local community, and we want to be able to set up we want to show the world what's going on in Indianapolis. We want Nintendo to be a big scene in Indy. And because I feel like it used to be back in the day, when we loved them all. And I feel like more so today, I walk into a GameStop and Nintendo has a small corner and everything else is Xbox and PlayStation. And I hate that. I want Nintendo back at the top, and we want to spread the Nintendo love around the Indianapolis area and the state of Indiana, but we want everyone else out there to be a part of our show and to be a part of our community too. And we want to do online gaming with you, and we'll have random, maybe we'll have Smash Bros tournaments or Splatoon tournaments, whatever, Mario Kart, things like that. That's all part of our process of where we want to go with this show. So we haven't done much with our YouTube page, but we plan on doing a lot more this year, like E3. And we want to go to live events, or maybe, when the Switch is revealed, we want to go do some live video of a midnight release and get people's reactions and just kind of show you the hype for this system and what you can expect if you're on the fence, or if you are just curious, kind of studying it, see if this is something you want to do. We want to help you with that. We want to show you why you should get this system, or maybe why you shouldn't get this or that game or something. So that's where we're going with this show. But we want your help. Please just continue to write, post on our iTunes account. Leave us comments, leave us Facebook comments, email us, talk to us, tweet us, spread the word. We really want this community to grow. We can't grow without you. So like I said, we're trying to add a lot to the show for you guys because we want to grow for you, and we think this is a really fun thing, and we just have such a passion for Nintendo, and we want you to be a part of it because I assume if you're listening to this, you have a passion for Nintendo too. So really, that's about it. Ryan, anything you want to add? What are you looking forward to the most in 2017 this year?
The Switch,
The Switch.
And probably, Metroid, but we'll see if that even comes out this year.
Yeah, that's a wish list there.
I'm actually looking forward for a hint, even just a hint of a new Metroid.
Yes. Even if they could confirm an announcement that it's in the works, that's fine with me. I just want to know it's on the way. And a real Metroid game. Fed Force is fun, but it's not real Metroid. It's not the main line. For me, the Switch, obviously, but man, Dragon Ball Super airs next weekend, so I am super pumped about that. Midnight or 11:30, I think, on Toonami. 11:30, somewhere like that, depending on where you live. On Toonami, Dragon Ball Super is finally in America, so that's really cool too. But Ron, you want to do our due diligence, and we can let everyone get back to their Christmas break?
Sure thing, man. You can find us on SoundCloud and iTunes. Hopefully you're listening to us on those. If you listen to us elsewhere, let us know where, because magic tricks. You can find us on Facebook. We do a lot of stories. We engage in a lot of our fans there. And follow us on Twitter. We will post the latest news as we get a hold of it. And we also post funny comments and pictures and what have you, and also like the deals that we find. We'll retweet those out to people and let you know what's going on, where you can get the stuff that you're looking for. If you need to send us some stories, we'd love that. Go to our Gmail, email nintendonostalgiain@gmail.com, and that about does it.
Awesome, guys. Well, thank you so much, and we hope that you all are enjoying your Christmas break and your Christmas presents, and we will see you next year. Catch you later.
Have a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.